name's Alex, this is Nostalgianomics. Does anyone remember a matter of months ago when these were seen as taboo to buy anywhere over retail or MSRP? If you can't get them at retail, you can't get them at distribution, leave them. Don't get them, wait for the reprints, wait for the restocks. Okay, we did. They went to the moon, $400, $500 a box. The reprints, restocks come, they dropped down to 180s, but they never reached retail. Never, not once. And they were very hard to find. If you were lucky enough to have a bot find them for you online or just catch them when they reach the stores, good for you. I wasn't that lucky. What did I do? I didn't listen to the major consensus all over YouTube and all over the Pokemon forums and the big smart investor types in Pokemon saying not to buy modern sealed product over retail. What did I do? I went out and started buying these around $180 a box and all the way up into the 220s. My average price on these is only about $200 a box, far over retail. How are they doing today? Well, we're up around 65 to 75% per box. Now, this video is not to brag at all. This video is not to push ultra premium collection boxes. I'm not saying that they're not going to go to 500 or above. My point is, I'm not telling you to go out and buy them and acting like they're a great investment. To be honest with you, if this was 2 to 3 years ago and I had a YouTube channel, I'd have a twice as big mountain of Evolutions booster boxes behind me because I did the same thing then. I didn't listen to the masses. I didn't listen to the fact that they were throwing Evolutions packs in every single product and stores were trying to get rid of Evolutions. You could buy Evolutions cases for in the high 400s or mid 400s a case. All right, the boxes were going for $80 a box, just like Battle Styles. Why did I buy? I saw the value. I knew the collector interest. I knew how much everyone loved opening those products. I knew the following of behind the base set Charizard artwork. The same reason I got into these because it has the metal Charizard. The set itself has the base set Charizard reprint. I knew the following that those cards had. So I didn't listen to the opinions. I listened to my own convictions, my own research, my own data, and what I thought was going to happen. We don't need to tell the story of how Evolutions worked out or how these worked out. The fact of the matter is, I'm going to let you know a little secret, and this is going to make a lot of people mad, and I don't care. The fact of the matter is, a lot of the OG people in the hobby, the people who have been in the hobby the longest, who have the biggest collections, the biggest net worth in Pokemon, the truth is they have a vested interest in the fact of WotC continuing to rise in the future. WotC slabs, WotC sealed. That's where a big portion of their net worth lies. So, because they're starting to see WotC stabilize, not rise like modern, they're very angry. They want to push these ideas that modern product is very, very risky. The WotC is the gold standard. That's where you should place your money if you want to be safer. And the fact of the matter is, they're not the ones running the market anymore. They are now becoming the minority. Look, I used to have a lot of WotC product. I don't anymore. I sold it into the boom because I saw this coming. But the fact of the matter is, the masses that entered this market and stayed in, the majority of this market, they're buying modern. You are the ones running this market. That's the reason. I'm going to get on the PC in a second and show you the data to back this up. That's the reason the WotC slabs are not seeing price growth. They're not, the WotC, vintage boxes, they're not seeing price growth. They're still on the way down, if not stabilizing and barely moving up or maybe sideways. What is modern doing? There is multiple modern products. I could give you a list of modern products that are up 30, 50, 100% in the past 2 to 3 years. WotC isn't doing that. Why not? Because the market is shifting. It has shifted. There's a whole new era of collectors and investors in, and guess what? They're moving towards modern. That's why you see the modern alt arts. That's why you see the modern PSA cards going to the moon, and you don't see the WotC cards moving. These are the reasons. Let's jump on the computer. I'll show you what I mean. Let's jump into it. As everyone knows, I don't give baseless claims or meaningless opinions on what I think about the market. I always back everything I say up with data. So let's jump into the data. First edition base set Charizard, the king himself. How's it been performing? Let's take a look. Not a lot of public data on the PSA 10 sales, but as you can see, it is moving down. Let's look at the 9s though. There's a lot more public data on those sales. Well, they reached up into the 60,000, some outliers up into the 80s, but I think 60s is a good point where they were at. They dropped all the way down in the 30s, and actually now they're selling for under $20,000 open market. This is March 1st, under $20,000 at auction. Under $20,000 for a PSA 9 first edition base set Charizard. You're talking about over a 60% price decline in the past year and a half. 60%! That should scare you. Of a WotC gold standard card, safe play, right? Let's keep going. How's first edition Jungle Jolteon looking? Well, a lot of the same. The PSA 10 is actually holding its price a lot better. It saw highs up in the 3,000s. It's only down in the low 2,000s now. So not as big of a price decline. The 9s, however, they saw prices up in the 7s, 8s, almost $1,000 sometimes. They're all the way down in the 400s, all right? If you don't think these prices are that accurate, no problem. PSA 9 first edition Jungle Jolteon just sold yesterday on eBay publicly for $400. These prices are accurate, guys. They're accurate. This is how badly the WotC cards have fallen after the boom. Let's look at another one. How about the first edition Dragonite, the most popular, biggest worth card in Fossil? How's it been doing? Well, same thing. PSA 10 jumps to highs in the 9,000s, falling all the way back in the 4s, a 50% price decline. The 9s rose all the way up in the 2,000s. They've seen a 75% decline all the way in the 500s. This should scare you. Let's look at some more obscure cards, though, some harder cards to pull. These are very common cards. The first 3 sets, very printed. How does the first edition Neo Shiny Charizard fare? Maybe a little better, right? Wrong. Shiny Charizard hit prices all the way up in the 20,000s. It's all the way down in the low teens now. Almost a 50% price decline. The 9s all the way up in the 7 and 8,000s. It's all the way down in the 3s and actually lower now. So over a 50% price decline. And the last card, the Gold Star Rayquaza. Very obscure card, very hard to pull, very expensive box to even want to open the packs out of as being, EX Deoxys. How's it doing? Well, the 10 is actually doing very well. The very high-end cards do well into the crashes. But the 9s, they reach prices in the tens of thousands. They were 5-figure card. They're all the way down under 6,000 now. This one shows 6,100, but now it's actually lower than that. They're over a 50% decline currently. Now, how has the most overprinted, everyone was going to have sealed boxes of these. They were used to go for $80 a box. No one wanted them. Everyone said after the boom, these are going to crash the hardest. How's Evolution's been doing? It's still selling in the $700 and $800 a booster box. Still, to this day. So, the big boom, it got to around 1,000, maybe a little more a booster box. You've lost 20 to 30% on your money on the most common, most printed set. What does this tell you? All the people that had their net worths and their biggest part of their collections and all their vested interest into WotC sealed and WotC slabs, they're shaking. You're running the market. They're not. They're the minority now. You're the majority, all right? Everyone out there watching this who's new to this hobby, the newer collectors who got in during the boom, who love Modern, who collect Modern sealed, who collect the Modern alt art cards in high grades, you're the ones running the market. Here's the thing. It's supply and demand. What's going to make these WotC cards continue to see another price increase? What's going to do it? It's going to have more demand than the supply. I understand there's a lot less supply back then. I understand there's only, 697 PSA 9s out there? But is there enough people that are going to want to buy that card at the current prices to continue to push the prices higher? I don't think so. I think we're going to see a lot more stagnant to no growth, even declines into the future of a lot of these WotC cards. Now, let me ask you another question. Have you seen any Modern boxes after the crash in the last year and a half, 2 years, that have reached a 50% plus price decrease? I mean, this is Evolutions. It's only seen 20 to 30%. I guarantee you can't find any XY or Sun and Moon sets that have lost 50% or more of their value during this crash. A lot of them have actually continued to go up. All right? And then you move into Modern. Everyone wants to talk about Modern. So risky. Stay away from it. Put it into WotC. That's safe. Vintage WotC high grades, vintage WotC sealed. That's the gold standard. Is it? It's been doing nothing but going down and staying stagnant. I can make a whole video listing all of the Modern products that are up 30, 50, 100%, 100+% in the last year and a half. They're out there. You can check the market. This isn't, hidden data. It's all over the place. You could have bought Modern product in the past year and a half and been up 100% on your money. You cannot say that for any WotC product. It's been doing nothing but going down and staying stagnant. That's where the PSA 9s are headed into the future. The Modern, I don't know where the Modern's going to head. We might see giant, upticks in the pop reports when PSA gets lower prices. I don't know if there's going to be enough demand to buy up all those cards. We may see the PSA 10s continue to have their upward trajectory. I don't know. But the Modern sealed, there's nothing out there that shows anywhere near this scary amount of data that we've seen in these WotC cards. So, to anyone out there scared about hearing all these bad things about Modern, about it's risky and you don't want to put a lot of money into it, it's not going to continue to have the movement we've seen in the past. Okay, no problem. But the fact is that we've never seen sealed product not continue to rise over time. The fact is, these WotC cards are falling and staying stagnant, and there's no end in sight to where that stagnant movement and that drop ends. So, I hope you liked the video. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that hated it and are going to comment and blow me up in the comment section. I can't wait for it. I love a good debate. For anyone out there who liked it, let me know. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you like what you see, you want to see more like this, consider subscribing. My name is Alex. This is Nostalgianomics. I'll be back here in a new video soon. I'm out.